Paisley. Today is Sunday the 18th. It's 1 o'clock in the afternoon. It's gray. It's wet. It is not raining. If I drop my phone, I'm gonna die. I'm in the rocks. So the beach is deserted today because it's been cloudy and it rained this morning. So inland, which is over there, it's dark. Out to sea, it's dark. Directly above, there's little peaks of blue, but I wouldn't call it clear or even partly or anything like that. It's more like just the way the forecast kept everyone away today. And on their way up here, it really looked like everyone thought it was a great idea to leave early and beat the traffic. But of course, that means that they are the traffic, so it means that there'll be less traffic for me when I leave at my typical time. So this is I'm sitting on the rocks that are like the jetty there's like a double jetty. There's a jetty out there and there's a jetty here. And this one goes along the beach while that one marks the entrance to the harbor, which is over there. Oh, drawbridge is going up. Hold on. Can you see it? Can you see it? There it is. Drawbridge going up. It's a large boat going into the harbor. Oh no, it's coming out. Anyway, it's not interesting to you, but it means that there'll be a couple big diesel boats coming out in a minute. So back at the beach, do I have some updates? I have some updates. I have work updates. So I know, I'm at the beach and I'm talking about work. Deal with it. So there was a matter with my computer. I got a new laptop. When I came back from Florida, they're like, hey, do you remember the email we sent you? And I was like, no, I don't. They want to send me a new laptop because my old laptop was out of warranty. It was 4 years old, but it was probably the best laptop in the department. I was like the only one that didn't have any problems with it, so I just kind of ignored them for a little bit longer. Eventually, it's splashy here. So eventually, I'll keep the splashes in camera shot so you have something interesting to look at. So they sent me a new laptop, and I go to send it up, and it asks me, well, it demands that I download software into my phone so that I can complete the setup of the computer. And I'm like, absolutely not. So I stopped setting the laptop up. And the guy in IT reached out to me. He's like, hey, how's it going? Did you have any problems? I'm like, yeah, I wasn't able to complete it. Told him why. He's like, well, that's required. And I said, well, I'm not downloading software into my computer, into my cell phone. Did I say laptop? All right. It's the software that goes into my cell phone to verify something. And I said, that's the absolutely not part. So they didn't budge on it. So, well, IT didn't budge on it. And this is one of those IT policies that kind of ruins companies, gets them in big trouble. You know, IT is the one that gets companies in trouble nowadays. So eventually I had to reach out to my HR people and be like, hey, I've even offered to come into the office to show them, yes, it's my phone. Usually they just send me SMS text messages so that I get, the 6-digit code to use the application that I'm using. And that's really all their downloaded software is supposed to do. And if that's all it's supposed to do, then why on earth does it need to be in my phone, right? Right. It's one of those things that once it's got a foot in the door, it's going to start doing mandatory updates and things like that. And then it's not just sending you text messages. It's also secret codes or something like that. It's also watching you and snooping on you doing other things. I'm supposed to download this, put this right next to my personal messaging app and my personal banking app, and they have oh, it doesn't do this, it doesn't do that, and I'm like, you don't know what it does, and even if you did, you certainly haven't put it in writing to tell me what it does and does not do. So they're not divulging anything about this because it's security. And I said, well, the thing about security is it goes both ways. For the security of my own phone, I'm not putting this stuff on here. So you want to play the because of security start. So HR backed me up and they're like, okay, so you can go into the office and they'll give you a new laptop and you can set it up right there. And it was a different guy than the guy from out of state that had sent me the original one. So I was able to go into the office. There was the whole cloud strike thing, so that took a priority for them for a while, so it took me a little while to. So that's why it's late August, and I just got my new laptop set up. Lots of interesting splashes nearby. So the splashes around me are splashy, but the waves are also, I'm 6 feet tall, and when I was walking along the shore, the waves as they were rising up to crest, they were blocking out the waves behind them and the horizon. So that tells me that the waves. So there's a Hurricane Ernesto or Enrico or something. I'm not switching away from this to find out, and that's hitting Bermuda right now, which is it's just sending waves our way. Like those clouds in the distance are not the hurricane. That's just the cold front that came through earlier today. That is keeping the hurricane away from us. So. Yeah, silver lining. It's a cloudy day, but I can handle that. Oh, it actually looks kind of nice, right? No, that's a lie. It doesn't look actually nice. The other thing for work is on Wednesday, my boss's boss's boss, so the head of the entire department, threw a barbecue at. She didn't like throw a barbecue. She hosted a department barbecue at her house, and leading up to it, it was just kind of like, I don't want to, like, what's this going to be like? It's just. Choosing my words carefully, because not because I worry about anyone watching this, but just anyone from work watching this, but old boundaries. So one thing I learned when I worked at a daycare for a long time, I didn't mind the kids, but I worked in the business office, is that some folks don't think that there are boundaries, and when you say that this is a professional environment and there are definitely boundaries, they get their nose bent out of shape about it, and it diminishes your relationship with them. And sometimes you have to allow them to push through some of your boundaries. And my department, it can be a little bit like that. The people higher up want to be like their parents to us. I'm like, I had parents, and you're not them. They wanted, you have to. Like, what are your professional goals in the business? And I'm like, it's none of your business what my professional goals are. Things like that. To the point that as I was leaving, they're like, do you want to take food with you? Do you want to take food with you? Do you? I did not. And I did not take any food with me. I just kind of, put the line under that too and said, could you just knock it off? I didn't ask them to knock it off, but there was a person heading down the jetty a bit too far for the lifeguards comfort. It's very choppy out there. If he was to slip, they would not be able to rescue him. So she just saved his life. I am sitting right here, and he is way down there, and I am in danger enough. So that's it. I'm sure there were 10 other things that I wanted to think about, or 10 other things I was thinking about talking about, but I did not. But this is already 8 minutes in, so thanks for watching. This has been Liam from Bay State at Hampton Beach again.